So Esther has really touched the hearts of many. So Esther, they bought Esther thinking she was going to be this little tiny pig, and then they clearly saw she was not. And what we didn't hear on the story there that I found so cool is their story, and they tell it all the time, is they had Esther, and they were meat eaters like everybody is, right? And they were in the kitchen and they were making bacon. And then they looked down and they saw Esther. And at that moment it connected with them like, oh, wow. You know? And so that was the moment that they gave up animal products. I thought that was really cool because we never think like that. We think of like that with dogs and cats, but nothing else. Their story is really cool. Now that last little video that you saw where it showed them snuggling on the floor together, Esther actually just had cancer. And she was the first pig to ever go through cancer treatment and surgery, and she had to have one of her toes amputated. That's never been done on a pig before, because most pigs only live to be 4 months old, okay, because they're used for food. So because she's a pet pig, she's lived a long life, and so this has never been done before. And guess what? They did the operation, and it was a total success. So Esther's now got a little bandage on her foot, and she's like this, and she's like running all over the property. So she's really fun to follow on Facebook because her owners post stuff all the time, and it's always so cute, you know. So I loved it, and they raised all the money for all of her treatment from people like us who cared about her and thought what they were doing with her was really cool. So I really like them. I follow what they're doing with her, and I think that they've really brought a lot of awareness to the world about pigs as pets and pigs not as foods. I think it's been pretty cool. All right, that's actually going to lead me into the next thing that I'm going to talk about for a few minutes. Although it's not dealing with Esther, I guess it could be for them, it would be. I want to talk about the word activism. Okay? So activism is an effort to make change in society. And you all see activism happening in the world all the time. You see it all the time. All right? It says there's all different types of activists. There's political, humanitarian, digital, which we call, I believe it's like couch potato activists, which is okay, because they're doing something. Economic, environmental, hashtag activists, you know, there's all kinds of little sayings there. Okay, go ahead and flip to the next screen. All right, so that's a sign someone's holding that says make a difference. All right, and that's what I'm about, that's what a lot of people are about. We just want to make a difference. So whether it's a difference in education, whether it's a difference with helping animals, whether it's a difference in politics, whatever that may be, it's always good to have some kind of feeling about things, and you want to make a difference. All right, next slide. Okay, here's Esther, all right? I'm not food. That is a form of activism, and that is actually a sign that you can see sometimes driving down a road or sometimes on a billboard, but they're trying to make a statement. All right, next slide. All right, this is actually Evan. Evan is a social justice activist. He is only 9 years old. He is really cool. I've been able to meet him a few times. He's going to be at our school in a few weeks. He goes around, he travels the country. He is in a group that's called Animal Hero Kids. And Animal Hero Kids, Evan and Veronica, a book author, they're all going to be here in 2 weeks, and they're going to be talking about the things that they do. And if anybody is interested in joining Animal Hero Kids, they will be getting your information, and we'll talk to your parents and tell you what you can do to help the animals. Okay, next one. So here's another one. To me, this is an environmentalist group, and this looks like young adults here. Okay, next one. Okay, have we all seen these kind of pictures before? Yeah. You didn't live through this, but you've seen it in history books, right? This is activism. This is people trying to make a point and to say things. Okay, next one. This one you've probably seen recently. This is a debate that goes back and forth. I don't care which side of the debate you're on. I don't care. That's not what I'm here to talk about. Okay? I'm not here to tell you what side to be on. I'm here to share with you what activism is. So whether it said no more guns or it says allow guns, wants. That's not my point. My point is to show you that this person is showing you what they think and they feel. And they're doing it in a legal manner that is friendly and calm, yet it makes a statement. Right? Here's another one. I think we've all seen this in history, right? All the adults here, we all know about this, right? This was all happening. We had marches going on. So these people, they look like they were in a march. So sometimes you might see somebody just holding a sign, and they're trying to make a point with a sign. But sometimes when they're large groups, they're in a big march where they all walk together holding signs. Next one. This guy's name is Ed, and he is super famous. He is one of the greatest activists I think ever to live. He's only been an activist for 4 years, and he lives in the UK, and he is actually going to be doing a live Skype with our school later in the end of the year. I mean, I can't even believe these people are responding to me. You know, they're actually responding. It's amazing. But he is so gentle and so sweet and so kind and so compassionate. I just love him. And he's someone, he goes out and he publicly speaks and he sits with people and he's very much an educator. Okay, next. Okay, this is a form of activism. What is this? Who knows what this is? It just said a dog poster. It's a billboard. You guys see billboards going down the road? Some of them are marketing and selling something, and then some of them are forms of activism. Do you guys know what the difference is between marketing and activism? Okay, so marketing is selling something. They've got something they want to sell to you. Activism is they have something they want to say to you. They just want you to think about what they're saying. And this is a really cool one. It says all animals want to live. And it shows the dividing line. And you know, I don't know if you guys understand that, but that's saying in the US, where we have our dividing line. Dogs and cats and horses and bunnies. But then we look at chicken, cows, pigs, and ducks and things like that as food. In other countries, that dividing line would be in a different place. Because like in Thailand, they actually eat dogs and cats, right? And we think that's disgusting, right? We don't do that in America. We don't do that here. So in every country, that dividing line would be different. And this is meant to get you to think. It's all it is. It's just to make you think. Okay, next one. Choose people, help stop climate change. So this is one that someone has put out there. I guess it's the organization 350org. Okay, next one. This is graffiti. Graffiti can be activism, right? So here's graffiti. That's somebody stuck on a wall. Neglected children are made to feel invincible. That, when you look at that, doesn't it make you think? It makes you think. That's what it's about. It's about making you think. All right, next one. This is on a truck, and that's actually a common thing that's going on now around the world, where trucks have a message on them, and they're just driving around sharing that message. So you see that regarding voting, politics, all kinds of things. Okay, next one. Okay, here's another one. I found this one interesting. It says it's working together for hunger relief. And then it has Walmart, Feeding America, and Sam's Club. So Walmart and Sam's Club, obviously for them, this is marketing. This is marketing. But for the hunger relief, that is activism. We're trying to get out there because there's hungry people in the world and we want to help feed them. But then we have Walmart and Sam's Club who use the marketing to associate with the activism. And there's a lot of times you'll see that happen where a company's name will be listed with some form of activism because they're trying to show that they support that level of activism. And if they do support it, it's awesome. Okay, next. Next one. If graffiti changed anything, it would be illegal. Does anybody know what that means? Well, he says no. I love it makes you think. Basically, this person is trying to say that nobody's listening to us. And if graffiti could change anything, they would legalize it so we couldn't be heard. All right, so they're trying to make a point. Okay, next one. Keep your coins, I want change, and it's replicating a homeless person. see some billboards that are activism. You'll see people with activism. When I hope in the future, when you see these things, I just want you to think a little bit about them. I want you to think, what does it mean? It doesn't mean you have to agree with it. You don't have to agree with it. I see all kinds of activists that I don't agree with. It doesn't matter, but it makes me think. And thinking is good. If you want to change people, if you want to grow yourself, you have to be willing to think. We can't just be programmed what we were taught or told when we were 5. The world changes, and we need to think, and we need to learn. So just be willing to open your mind to what someone's trying to say and listen to them, and you can respectfully disagree. I respectfully disagree with people all the time, but at least I listen. Okay, next. Okay, so this person actually has 2 forms of activism right here. One is the t-shirt, Believe in Yourself. Now you could just be wearing it as a t-shirt because someone bought it for you for Christmas and it's cute. That's fine. But you also could be using it as a form of activism to encourage your classmates, or to maybe give a message to some friends that you're worried about. Maybe you are insecure, who have low self-esteem, and you want to tell them, believe in yourself. It's not necessarily for you, it's for them to read. Then you can see she also has something on her hand. Stop hate, it says. Stop hate. So, I mean, she has a really strong message, but look how she's giving it. She's not going and telling people to stop hate. She's sharing it in a way that's visual for people to receive. Many different ways to get your information out. Okay, next. Take a stand, lend a hand against bullying. Okay, so that's a t-shirt. So whether you're out speaking about it, if bullying is something that you really feel passionate about and you want to help change, you can speak about it, you can write about it, you can post about it, but you can also wear a t-shirt about it. It just gives a message, it reminds people, it makes people think. And sometimes when you yourself are giving that message, they see that you care about something, and all of a sudden, it makes them think, you know, I like this person, and they care about that. Maybe I should think about this. Okay, next. These are some pins, and they're just giving some statements, okay? So it might be a pin that you wear on your shirt, it might be a bracelet you wear on your wrist, it might be a t-shirt you wear on your body, but it's something to get a message out. Okay, next. So this is Veronica Green, and she will be here in a couple weeks. She writes children's books. She was here once before, a couple years ago also. She writes children's books, and that is her form of activism. She could write any books that she wants, but she writes children's books that have a very specific message that she wants to share to people. And that's so cool, because she's doing it because she cares and wants to get a message out. And people don't always listen to you when you talk, so people get creative and find other ways to get people to listen to their message. So sometimes it's through books. Next. This is animalheroesforkids.org, and like I said, they're going to be here in 2 weeks. And that is Evan. Remember we saw him in the picture before? We saw him at the beginning, and I said, that's the 9-year-old. I think here he was like 6. He literally travels the country giving his message out. It is so cool to see this little kid. And I remember I've been following him for 4 years. So he was only like 5 when I started following him. And when I was doing that, he didn't have a lot to say. He would answer questions, but not so much to say. Now he speaks wonderfully. And he's only 9 years old. Okay? And they're all about saving animals and rescuing animals. And, you know, most people love animals. So again, they'll be here in a few weeks. And if you want to be part of that organization, you can let them know. Okay, Skip, next one. Next. Next, please. Okay. And this is why we're here right now. I want to talk about Greta Thunberg. Greta Thunberg is a 16-year-old girl. She started being an activist accidentally. And I believe it started when she was 14 or 15. It was accidental. She read something in a paper that completely upset her about the environment. And she was so upset about it, she decided she wanted to do something about it. And so she started doing something about it. And she has been all over the papers, all over the news. She went to the UN to talk last year, to the UN. She went to the United Nations to talk. She is up for the Nobel Peace Prize right now. You guys, she's 16. She's 16 years old, like so many of you here, and she's up for the Nobel Peace Prize. I don't even know if you guys know what that is, but that's amazing. And you know what she did? She literally held a sign. She held a sign that people started watching. It was amazing what she did. And she's got the whole world watching her and millions of kids following her by holding the sign. So we're going to learn a little bit more about her. And whether you believe in her cause or not, that's up to you. But what she did is amazing. And I'm trying to teach you guys that you all have a voice. And what you say matters. And all of you can make a difference.